ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया। भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, you are all welcome at Sri Krishna Balaram Mandir ISKCON Vrindavan for morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 12th chapter, Killing of Demon Aghasur. So Srila Sukadeva Goswami is speaking the glories and mercy of Sri Krishna, who is by now 4 years of old. So these two verses, this verse 38 and then 39, they are glorifying Krishna's power and mercy. So, till now, in this chapter, we are relishing Krishna's picnic in the forest with his cowherd boys. So at this time Krishna is Vatsapal. He is herding the calves, not yet Gopal. And usually, because they were small children, they used to come afternoon for lunch at home. But one day decided we will have lunch in the forest and have a picnic all day. So that very day, Krishna woke them up all, then all took their lunch box with their unlimited calves in front of them, and they entered into the forest Then they were playing among themselves different games. And then Krishna was resting under shade of some tree. At that time, a demon sent by Kansa by name Aghasur, which means sin personified. A demon came in the form of a big snake or python, and cowherd boys were amazed to see this huge creature, and they were guessing what is it. Well, they thought it may be snake, it may be some place for playing, it may be some cave, something like that. Ultimately, they said that we would like to enter inside and see. Somebody said, no, if we go inside, we may be killed. But then some other says, don't worry, Krishna is there. Krishna is there, don't worry. So this was the confidence of the friends of Krishna, that Krishna is there. So we have not to worry for anything. And they enter in. They enter into the mouth of Aghasur. Krishna was seeing this and he was thinking, this is too much. Why they are going there? And Aghasur was still keeping his mouth open. Krishna entered inside. And then Krishna choked his throat. And Aghasur, his life air came out through his top of the head. And Krishna, by his merciful glance, get all the boys back to life. But then some very extraordinary thing happened there. The soul of Aghasur entered into the transcendental body of Krishna. That was so wonderful, astounding that all the demigods were actually surprised. Even the Yamaraj fainted. This much sinful person is delivered, entered into the transcendental body of Krishna. So there was a big festivity in the heavenly planet. Everybody was thinking it is surprising, it is astonishing. So this verse, Sukdev Goswami is speaking that nothing to be surprised about what Krishna has done. So everybody was surprised. Even the Brahma was surprised to hear this. So this and the next verse, the two verses, Sukdev says, wonderful pastime of Krishna. All these wonderful pastime of Krishna, nothing to surprise. He can do anything. He can do anything. So let us relish this verse. Nae tad vichitram manujarbhamainaha paravaranam param savedasaha aghopi yadasprasandhota patakaha praptam samyam tvasatam sudurlabham naena not etad this vichitram is wonderful manuj arbhamainaha of Krishna, who appeared as the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, being compassionate upon them. Paravaranam, of all causes and effects. Paramasya Vedasaha, of the Supreme Creator. Aga api, Aghasur also. Yatasprashan, simply by the sight. Simply by the slight association of whom? Dhautapatakaha, became free from all contamination of material existence. Plapa, become elevated. Atma samyam, to a body exactly resembling that of Narayana. But asatam durlabham, which is not at all possible to be obtained by contaminated soul. But everything can be possible by the mercy of the Supreme Soul, Supreme Lord. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Krishna is the cause of all causes. The cause and effects of material world, both higher and lower, are all created by the Supreme Lord, the original controller. When Krishna appeared as the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, he did so by his causeless mercy. Consequently, for him to exhibit his unlimited opulence was not at all wonderful. Indeed, he showed such great mercy that even Aghasur, the most sinful miscreant, was elevated to being one of his associates and achieving Swarupya Mukti, which is actually impossible for a materially contaminated person to attain. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The word Maya is also used in connection with love. Out of Maya, love, a father has affection for his child. Therefore, the word Mayana indicates that Krishna, out of love, appeared as son of Nanda Maharaj and assumed the form of a human child, Manuja Arbha. Krishna is the cause of all causes. He is the creator of cause and effect, and he is the supreme controller. Nothing is impossible for him. Therefore, that he enabled even a living being like Aghasur to attain the salvation of Sarupya Mukti was not at all wonderful for Krishna. Krishna took pleasure in entering the mouth of Aghasur in sporting spirit, along with his associate. Therefore, when the Aghasur, by that sporting association as maintained in the spiritual world, was purified of all contamination, he attained Sarupya Mukti and Vimukti by the grace of Krishna. For Krishna, this was not at all wonderful. Naitad vichitram manuja arbhamainah paravaranam paramasya pedasa aghopi yat sprashan dhautapatakaha prapt atma somyam tava satam sudurlabham. So Srila Prabhupada's purport first focused on the word Maya. So normally the word Maya means material energy. External energy of this material world is Maya. And the function of Maya is twofold. The material Maya has twofold function. it covers the real and entangles us in unreal. That is the function of Maya. That Maya is well known as a material energy. But the another meaning of the Maya, which is applicable here, in context, there is a text and there is a context. The context is most important than the text itself. So here Maya is a context, which means mercy. There is one other meaning of the Maya is mercy. One meaning of the Maya is knowledge. And one meaning of the Maya which Srila Prabhupada is writing in this purport is love. See, mother is called Maya Mai. It means mother has a extreme love for a child. So mother is called Maya Mai. So Krishna is here. Maya Mai means he appeared because of love of Nandan Yashoda. And what actually is more important is, by love Krishna is controlled. By love Krishna is controlled. Krishna Akrishrani. Krishna is attracted by the love of a pure devotee. Therefore the devotion is translated by Srila Prabhupada, loving devotional service. Devotion is not sentiment. Devotion is loving devotional service. If you love somebody, how can you manifest that? How can you show that I love somebody? By service. Service is the via media. Through this we will show our love. So the devotees render service. By that they show their love and Krishna comes under control. So Krishna appeared as a son of Mother Yashoda and Nanda Baba out of love. That is what Srila Prabhupada's first explanation of word Maya. And then in word to word Srila Prabhupada said out of mercy. So somebody is merciful on somebody, it is also out of affection. Affection. So love and affection is cause of mercy. So Krishna appeared in this material world out of love and affection towards all living entities. Because creation is the mercy of Krishna. Creation is the mercy of Krishna. Because he is more concerned about our well-being than we ourselves are. He wants us more eagerly to go back to Godhead than we desire. Krishna is more devotee conscious than devotee is Krishna conscious. Krishna is more devotee conscious than devotee is Krishna conscious. We are chanting Hare Krishna. We may not at that time remember Krishna, but Krishna remember that we are chanting His holy name. Therefore, even Nam Abhas give liberation. So, Srila Prabhupada's first purport is on the word Maya. Then the next important word in this verse is, the Sukdev Goswami is speaking about Vichitram. Vichitram means wonderful, astonishing, surprising. So why all the demigods are surprised by this child Krishna's pastime of delivering Aghasur? He can deliver the entire universe. Nothing is difficult for him. This is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was once asked by Vasudeva Datta. The people of this world are so sinful. They will go to hell and suffer. I cannot really tolerate the suffering of these sinful people, he's told, of this world in a hell. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he told, my dear Lord, well, tell Krishna, just put me in hell. I will suffer for all people and deliver them all. This was the desire of Vasudeva Datta. And Mahaprabhu was pleased. He said, you are Sakshat Prahlad. You are Prahlad. Prahlad wanted this type of deliverance of all the demonic children. He never wanted himself to go. So this is nothing astonishing for a devotee. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada writes that generally in Christianity they say that if you give your sin, Jesus Christ will take your sin and deliver you. But here is a one devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is delivering the whole entire universe and he is taking their sin. How magnanimous and how broad-minded is the vision of a devotee of Krishna. He wants to deliver everybody. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Krishna asamartha nahi. Krishna is not asamartha, means he is not incapable, that he will send you to the hell and deliver others. Krishna has no other business, he has only one business. What is the one business of Krishna? Bhakta vancha puri kare. He only fulfills the desire of his devotee. Our Raghunath Das Goswami sitting at Radha Kund, and one day he said this Radha Kund was actually rediscovered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is now a simple paddy field, some field with some mud in some say rice field. Well, it's not different than Radharani. Radha Kund is not different than Radharani. And this concept is only Gaudiya Vaishnava. No other Vaishnava Sampradaya has that love and affection for Radha Kund. Only you find Gaudiya Vaishnava there, no other Sampradaya. So he said, well, it is so dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why this should not be beautifully excavated? So he desired that, and then he thought, well, it is not my business, I came here to serve Radha and Krishna. This brick and cement is not my business. He forgot that. A person went to the Badrinath because his desire was fulfilled. He wanted to offer something to Badrinath. And he was sleeping there, and Badrinath woke him up in a dream. He said, all this wealth you have brought for me, go and give to the Das Goswami in Radha Kund. He wants to do service for me. So Krishna fulfilled the desire of his devotee. You simply think, and Krishna fulfilled that. Yes. This is when the one reporter asked Srila Prabhupada that how many temples you have and how many followers, and Prabhupada by that time have none. But he said there are hundreds of centers and thousands of followers, and there was nothing. And he said, where are they? It's a hand's distance. It is just time. It's time. It will manifest. So he desired, and everything happened. And we see it is now manifesting. So we have to desire. Everything depends upon desire. Prabhupada writes, everything depends upon desire. If we have material desire, we will suffer in material world. If we have desire to please Krishna, then Krishna will come 100 times more faster to help us to fulfill that desire. So desire, we cannot be desireless. The real desirelessness is to desire to please Krishna. So desires cannot be completely destroyed. You cannot finish desire, but we have to learn what to desire. And the Krishna will fulfill desire. He is fulfilling desires of all people since time immemorial. Nitya nityanam chetas chetananam eko bahunam vidadhati kaman. This is the well-quoted verse oftentimes by Srila Prabhupada from the Upanishad. Krishna is the one Chetan means conscious entity, and Nityanam, and there are unlimited conscious living entities. One Krishna is fulfilling desires of all. Eko bahunam vidadhati kaman. He is fulfilling the desire of all the people since time immemorial. And somebody can ask how he will know our desire. He is sitting in our heart. And as the flower is here, you can smell the fragrance. So Krishna will smell the fragrance of our desire by sitting near in our heart. He knows. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So it is not astonishing for, or so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, so Vasudeva Datta, you desire that all they should be delivered, and Krishna can desire the whole universe, and it is so insignificant for Krishna that it is like a one mustard seed falling from a bag of mustard seed. Who care for that? Krishna don't care to deliver the whole universe if the devotee desires. So this is not astonishing for Krishna that he delivered Aghasur. It's not astonishing for Krishna. He can deliver entire planet. There's nothing for Krishna. It's insignificant. Therefore it's not astonishing for Krishna. Then his word is Manuj Arbha. Manuj Arbha. Arbha means baby, child. And Manuj means like a baby child of like a human. So this is actually the Swarup of Krishna. Swarup of Krishna means this is the original Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And his Kumar is eternal. His Pongal age is eternal, his Kishore age is eternal. It is different, it is very interesting. Say generally, the question was like that. We know that we practice sadhana bhakti. The result of the sadhana bhakti is to awaken the bhav bhakti. Now when the bhav bhakti is awakened, then it becomes prem bhakti when it matures. Now the question is, when the prem bhakti appears, then bhav bhakti disappears? If the bhav is the cause of prem, then as a rule, the cause must disappear. When the prem appears, the bhav must disappear. It's natural. Yeah, we have like a liquid sugar, molasses, and then you make a sugar, then this liquid will disappear. Then it will become sugar. So bhav becomes sugar? Say bhav become prem? No. Bhav will still remain permanently, eternally. But there will be prem also. Therefore we have 5 sthai bhav. The servitude, the neutrality, the parenthood, the friendship and the conjugal, they are sthai bhav. Sthai means permanent. So bhav is also permanent. Prem appears there, it is also permanent. And after prem there is a sneha, man, rag, anurag, bhav, mahabhav. They are all eternal. It's not that one appears, the other disappears. No. So similarly Krishna, his childhood pastime, when they are finished, does not mean that like my childhood pastime finished, then they're finished forever. Now I am then I am a young man and then I am an old man. But Krishna is not like that. When Krishna's childhood pastime finished in this planet, it is appearing in the next planet. Right now he is starting his childhood pastime. It's continuously going on. Like sun is setting here, the sun is appearing in some other part of the world. But tomorrow again sun will appear here. So Krishna's childhood pastime will appear in the next Manvantara also. So they are eternal. So Manuj Arbha is eternal. Krishna is the son of Nandan Yashoda, which is eternal. It's not one time, it's eternal. So Maya Manu and Mai now. And this form of Krishna appeared out of love and mercy as the son of Nanda and Yashoda. Then the next line said, Paravaranam Paramasya Vedasaha. And Srila Prabhupada's translated start by this word. Krishna is the cause of all causes, par and hour. Generally, par means higher, hour means lower. Per hour. Avar means one, those which are lower, and para means higher. So cause and effect is one meaning. And our Acharya write Ansa and Ansi. Ansa means all the expansion of Krishna. Krishna is unlimited Vishnu Tattva, they are Ansa. And also he is also Jiva Tattva. They are Jiva, Ansa and Vishnu. And Ansi means Krishna himself. So Krishna is Paramasya. He is the supreme among all his different part and parcels, and his own expansion and expansion of expansion. So Krishna is Parasya. Parasya means supreme. He is the supreme of all his expansions. And expansion of expansions, it means his different incarnation. So Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. He is a cause and effect. Par and hour is one meaning, other meaning is he is supreme, and Vedse means creation. In the creation, whatever is, he is superior to all that. And also it means independent. Krishna is independent. He can do anything. Swarat. So now giving an example, because he is independent and because he can do anything, then the example is in Aghopi. Aghopi means even a most sinful demon, Aghasur. Yet expression means by a touch. But Srila Prabhupada in purport has written something very interesting. Expression means by touch, and Prabhupada said by association. And not only said association, the word is kirda, means playing in a sport. Because children wanted to enjoy as a sport to enter into a cave which was Aghasur. So Srila Prabhupada writes this, therefore Aghasur by that sporting association, as maintained in the spiritual world. This word, Srila Prabhupada has written in the purport, which is therefore. So before one line is, Krishna took pleasure in entering mouth of Aghasur. Krishna took pleasure in entering in the mouth of Aghasur in a sporting spirit along with his associates. Because the children wanted to enjoy in that wonderful cave, all of a sudden appeared in the forest. So the mood was enjoyment. So Krishna has also a sporting mood. And then Prabhupada says, therefore, when Aghasur, by the sporting association, as maintained in the spiritual world, means, it means no activity of Krishna is material. And then we have to give the proof for that from Bhagavad Gita, Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam Evam Yoveti Tattvata Tyaktva Deham Punar Janma Naiti Mam Eti. So Arjuna. So, activity of Krishna is transcendental. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. सब बोलिए दर्शन करने वाले, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So Krishna's all pastime are transcendental as in a spiritual world. So there is no difference for Krishna. Matter and spirit, there is no difference for Krishna. What is matter and what is spirit? Both are Krishna's energy. And Srila Prabhupada gives the proof in Sri Isha Upanishad. This deity form, it appears as a marble, which is metal. But Krishna appeared in this by the desire of a Acharya. By the deep love and affection of Srila Prabhupada, Krishna manifested as Gaur Nitai, Krishna, Balaram, Radha, Shyam Sundar. So it is not matter, it is the spirit. Krishna can change the matter into spirit and the spirit into matter. There is nothing astonishing for Krishna. Ordinary engineer of this world can change this electricity in an air conditioner to cool, and then he change it into the heater to heat. So same energy, the engineer can change to this to that, so Krishna cannot change his matter into the spirit and the spirit into matter. He can do that. But it's difficult for Krishna to achieve this. He is master of the both. Ultimately, he can do anything. So Srila Prabhupada says, all this activity of Krishna's pastime is spiritual. And everything in Vrindavan is a spiritual world. Vrindavan is not a tract of land of Uttar Pradesh. No. It is the transcendental abode of Krishna appearing on this planet. So this is not a material jurisdiction of the geography. This is a spiritual world, but we don't have a spiritual vision to see this. So Srila Prabhupada, then the next line Srila Prabhupada says, so by association of Krishna in sporting, then the word is dhauta patakaha. Dhauta means cleansed, and pataka means all these sinful activities. So Aghasur was immediately cleaned of all sinful activities. What is surprising? Nothing. Well, this mantra of Garuna Purana, which we always chant, Apavitro pavitravar sarvavastangatopiye paye sumreta pundrikaksha bhaira bhyantra suchi. So only simply chanting the name of Lord Vishnu, Krishna, inside and outside we become pure. So here Krishna personally is entering into the body of Aghasur. Where is the doubt that he is not purified? Aggapatakam. Dhauta patakam. Dhauta means cleansed. Patakam means sinful activities. So he was immediately purified by the association of Krishna, by the touch of Krishna. Then what he got? Prapta Atma Somayam. He achieved. Atma Somayam means Sarupya Mukti. Same format. Sri Jiva Goswami writes, how can somebody enter into Krishna if he is not of the same quality, spiritual quality? It's Krishna's body is Satchidanand. How can somebody will enter in Krishna's body if he is not of the same nature? So only that. And then Jiva Goswami wonderfully writes that Krishna, the sinful part of the Aghasur was his body, not his soul. Outer upadhi or encagement of the Aghasur was sinful, not the soul. So Krishna has actually looked at the soul, not at the body. And this is Krishna is teaching us through this pastime that we should be wise to see the soul and super soul, not the outer covering of the bodies. That is actually a spiritual vision. So Aghasur's soul was not impure. It was part and parcel of Krishna. So Krishna actually was more focusing on the soul of Aghasur, and Dhauta, Patakam means his material body, which was sinful, so he has delivered them. And there the Prabhupada has written two words here. This is also interesting. Why should Prabhupada put like that? What Prabhupada writes here? Sarupya Mukti, and Prabhupada writes, he attains Sarupya Mukti and Vimukti. What is that? Sarupya Mukti and Vimukti. Why Prabhupada has written two words? Vishesha Mukti, a special liberation. And what is it? This word Mukti Da, Mukti Pade, was in one verse of Brahmaji's prayer, which Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya wanted to change. It should be Bhakti Pade. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, it's the correct word. Vyasdev has written, Sukdev has spoken, it should be Mukti Pade. It means one who gives liberation, give his own lotus feet and association. Vimukti means giving association. Not liberation only, but giving personal association. And all this Aghasur got because Putana offered Krishna his breast milk. And because Aghasur was brother of Putana, so since, and Brahmaji is saying in his prayer, Putana Sukula Sakula, Krishna, you has given yourself to Putana and his whole family, Aghasur and Bakasur. My question is that Brahmaji is saying, the Putana and his whole family got your service directly. Because she became the Dhatri Gati, she became a nurse in the spiritual world. And all this Aghasur is getting Sarupya Mukti and also getting association. Then Brahma is saying, then what you will give to these cowherd men and ladies? They, out of love serving you, and they have given their life, their everything to you, what you will give, Krishna? You have nothing to give. You are indebted to them. You have nothing to offer to these who are loving you. You are giving yourself to the people who are already demon, and you are delivering them. So what you will go to your dear devotees? And what you will give to the Yashoda? She was caring for you and feeding you. Vimukti means spatial liberation, which means personal association. And asatam durlabham. Asatam means non-devotees. Satam means devotees. Devotees do get that. It is not that difficult for the devotees to achieve this type of liberation. But for non-devotees getting liberation, generally demons, when they are delivered by Krishna, they enter into Brahma Jyoti. But this, he has attained the Sarupya Mukti. The word is Atma Samyam. Samyam means equal. Atma means his form becomes same as that of the Krishna. So it's like that. Here and word to word it says the resembling Narayan, which means forearm Sarupya Mukti in Vaikuntha. So it is not possible, it is not easy for non-devotees to achieve that. So the message of this verse and the tomorrow's next verse, which will say only once if you get association of Krishna and think in your mind of Krishna, what to speak of entering into the body of Krishna, if you think in your mind of Krishna, you will get the permanent place at the abode of Krishna and enjoy there eternally. So this verse is spoken by Sukdev Goswami, that why are you astonished and surprised to see the wonderful deliverance of Aghasur? He can do anything because he is the master of all creation, all causes and effects. And he can do anything. So Prabhupada says, sometimes people say, oh, Krishna has lifted Govardhan hill. What is astonishing about Krishna? So many big planets are floating in air simply by the will of Krishna. So here personally Krishna has used his small left hand to pray. So what is astonishing about that? Krishna can do anything. So what we expect Krishna to do is that he should bestow his mercy, that we can serve Srila Prabhupada in this life with eagerness and enthusiasm that we should desire from Krishna. That should be our desire. Then how can we please Srila Prabhupada and his mission and for this life, and then we can render the pure devotional service. Because we are so fortunate that Krishna Balaram has allowed us to be in Vrindavan. How fortunate we are. Our desire should be how to really please Srila Prabhupada, who has mercifully allowed us to be here in his home. Prabhupada said, Vrindavan is my home. So we have to serve with enthusiasm, without any Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Without differences, all differences are reconciled. Prabhupada says all differences are reconciled when we sit together, hear Bhagavatam and take prasad together. All differences are reconciled. So together, enthusiastically, this should be our prayer, and this is not astonishing for Krishna. It is not, Krishna can make it appear in a moment. Yes, Krishna can do that. So if we have a desire, we will achieve this. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any question or comment? Yes, Prabhu. Naita Vichitram. Manoj Arvind.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. You told that there is a two-peak work of the Maya, covering the people, real identity, and showing the false identity. What is the work, job of Mahamaya?
Maya and Mahamaya is the same thing.
And what is the Yoga Maya?
Yoga Maya is different.
And what is the job of Yoga Maya?
Yoga Maya's function is to organize pastime of Krishna. It covers also the devotees. Maya covers non-devotees, and Yoga Maya covers the intelligence of devotee for the pastime of Krishna. Like Yashoda could not recognize Putana, that is Yoga Maya or Leela Shakti. Kansa could not recognize Krishna, that is Mahamaya. So Mahamaya's function is on the conditioned soul, and Yoga Maya is function for liberated soul for the pastime of Krishna. Yes, two more hands up.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you so much for your so wonderful, nice lecture. Thank you so much. I seek two clarifications if you can please give them. One is that you said that Aghasur, he was actually, Krishna was actually having a playful mood with Aghasur. But in the previous verses it is said that Krishna was actually trying to stop his boyfriends or her friends, and he was unable to do that because of that Leela Shakti. So there it is mentioned that Krishna was not actually in the sporting mood with Aghasur. Rather he entered into Aghasur's body to reclaim his friends. But today you said that Krishna was in the sporting mood with Aghasur.
Prabhupada's purport is saying that.
No, that's okay, that's okay. But I just seek your clarification if you can.
Why the Krishna and all his boyfriend, what is their intention of going to the picnic? To enjoy. So this was also their enjoyment. Children wanted to enjoy within the cave which was Aghasur. So Krishna said, my friends are enjoying, let me go there and enjoy with her. And in that enjoyment this Aghasur is delivered, there is a byproduct. And then Jiva Goswami writes Sanatana Goswami writes that dried up body of the Aghasur is for the play of the coward boys for over 1 year. They were using that dried up body of Aghasur for their play. The one other meaning also Acharya has written that it becomes so fragrant. A dead body is always foul smelling. But the Aghasur's body become fragrant, like the Putana. When the Putana's body was cut and burned, it was like a agru. It was like a fragrance in 10 miles. So Aghasur's body also become fragrant by the touch of Krishna. So they were playing. It became a place for play for the sporting for the coward boys for 1 year. And Krishna was playing there 1 year. Who were the coward boys for 1 year? Krishna. And he was playing in that same Aghasur's body. For 1 year, after Aghasur, in this same episode, Brahma will still the coward boys, and the Krishna become coward boys, and then Krishna is playing in this body of Aghasur for 1 year. Right? Oh, Krishna.
You told that 3 meaning of Maya. One is mercy, and second is love, and one more you told. What is that? And this is your Maya or Mahamaya?
Say, the word Maya meaning all these. Maya means material nature. In context, Maya also means mercy in context, like in this case. And mercy also Prabhupada translated as love or affection. And one other meaning of the Maya is knowledge. That is also in a different places. So we have to see the context, not only text. Say in Ras Leela word Vishnu is there. It's not Vishnu, it's Krishna. But why the word Vishnu is there? Even Vishnu is attracted, the word is written somewhere. Vishnu is attracted, so Krishna or Krishna's devotee attract Vishnu. It is not that Vishnu, but the Krishna's coward boys, they become Vishnu. And they are attracted to Krishna. So there is a different meaning of the word in some verses. Yes, Prabhu. Now they will be hungry and angry. Yes, Prabhu.
I would like to ask you one thing, that devotees are getting mukti.
Devotees are getting mukti.
Mukti, going back to the garden. And our Vaishnava Sampradaya, we don't want mukti. It says, mukti, shuddhatami, sapali asantas. Krishna Bhakta, they are also Krishna Bhakta, we are also Krishna Bhakta. We like to stay here in the material world and serve the Lord Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is the difference between these two? This is also type of mukti, that is also type of mukti.
The definition of mukti in Bhagavatam is also quoted in this verse by Sanatana Goswami Pal. Mukti anyatha rupa tyajan swarupa vivastitaha. Mukti means giving up the false identification with the body and being situated in constitutional position. Mukti hitva anyatha rupam swarupa vivastitam. This is the definition of mukti. So we are here or we are in a spiritual world. We should give up bodily concept, then we are delivered. That's Jivan Mukta Uchyate. What is this verse? Jivan Mukta Uchyate. Manasa, what is this? Manasa Karamana Vacha. What is that verse of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? Akhileshu Ihasya Haridasya Manasa Karmana Vacha Akhileshu Avastasu Jivan Mukta Uchyate. If we really situate ourselves as a servant of Krishna with body, word and minds, in all conditions we are already liberated. So liberation is not desired by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. Anywhere Krishna wants us, he should give us the association of devotee, and we should always remember Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Bind ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande.